Marietta Mayor Josh Schlicker says that there have been no major delays so far with the project. Mayor Schlicker says that the majority of Phase 1 will be completed by September 1st, right before this year's Sternwheel Festival. Mayor Schlicker added that Phase 1 must be finished by this October. Crews are nearing completion on the Levee wall and are now working to redo parts of Ohio Street.
And so the profile right now of the road is about a 15-degree slope. We're going to be correcting that. It'll come back into the intersection here and make it a smoother transition here, and it'll be much more safer, easier to navigate with wheelchairs if need be, and ADA, you'll meet all the ADA requirements.
Mayor Schlicker added that the landscape of the levee will be different, but all the historic stones will stay. Vienna City Council announced